Who wants to cultivate an healthy relationship? Raise your hand. But who has never had an argument in their relationship? Nobody has never had an argument, except maybe if you just joined a new relationship or you never have been in a relationship. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster, today I'm going to share my own story about how I found this secret formula of how to deal with a relationship argument. Because what is important, it's not the argument itself, but it's how we react from that argument. Because arguments are inevitable. It will happen in any relationship. That's normal. So everything started, and I will give you a bit of a background, when a Sunday evening I was cooking for about an hour, an healthy dinner for me and my girlfriend. And I finished everything. I was about to serve the table, to plate everything, when my girlfriend came in the room, saw a Tupperware, and started eating. Drove me nuts. I took the lead and poof, closed the container straight away. And I say no. So you can imagine, she was in shock. From that night, the dinner, you can imagine, was not really a happy, lovely dinner that I had planned. It was rather cold, very silent. And the discussion that followed taught me this 3-step formula. So the first thing is to change your state. Because when you are in an angry, pissed off, whatever state, it will not enable you to have an open mind to hear the other person. And I think Albert Einstein mentioned it very well in his quote: you can only solve a problem when you can never solve a problem with the same thinking that you have created it. So change your state by either breathe, or go to the gym, or go for a walk, but something that will enable you to just calm down, relax. The second thing is question yourself. So what happened that evening in that discussion? I was asking her, why did you react like that? Why did you start eating? We were about to eat in like 2 minutes. You couldn't wait. And I started somehow to blame her. But after a while, I was like, that's not helpful. And I realized that it was not her mistake, but it's me, which is the first one which has done a behavior and instinctively closed the lid. And I start to ask myself, what can I learn from that? What is the trigger? And that's why it brought me back to an event when I was a little kid. And I remember that for me, in my family, when we were going to eat, we were always waiting for the cook, my mom, that she was seated on a seat before we start eating. It was a mark of respect. So instinctively, she violates that by eating something, starting to eat while I wasn't ready to eat, and that drove that behavior. So understanding that was a key point for me. So question yourself is always the second step. And finally, share it with her. Because by knowing now what is my trigger, the next time she might think twice before starting to eat. And I've seen that happen recently. I cooked and she waited for me to eat. But as well, it's beneficial for you because I've realized as well at other time where she started eating again. But that time I knew that it was what was happening inside me. I felt the same angst inside me, but I didn't react it because I was able to understand myself better. So, ladies and gentlemen, the 3 steps for a healthy relationship, to cultivate a healthy relationship, are first, change your state you are in before discussing about it. Secondly, question yourself. That enable you to understand yourself better and not blaming the other. And thirdly, share it to make sure that we are both on the same understanding. So the next time that you have an argument with your partner, make sure to use this 3-step formula to cultivate a healthy relationship.